Hello, my amazing traders. Welcome back to another episode of Forex Insight on Property Trades. Yes, we are back again at it. Ideally, it's supposed to come on here for another Forex Insight towards the end of the month, but I'm seeing something um, that's a bit of concern in the market, so I thought of sharing that with you. So based on the previous analysis we did last episode, I'm seeing something that we might likely want to have a change. If this is your first time joining this channel, I come on here to share with you trading opportunities that I'm looking to take in weeks to come and in months to come. If you are yet to subscribe to this channel, you have just few minutes. Just click on the subscribe button. Make sure you turn on post notification, and you will not miss out whenever I drop content like this. Let's dive right into it. So I don't want to, you know, no, no, no too much talk. Let us show working, right? So, majorly we'll be looking at the major pairs. Previous on my episode, you will see that I'm long on most of these major pairs, but currently now I might be changing my bias based on what I'm currently seeing right now in the market. Yes, might be changing my bias. So let's dive right into it. Okay, first off, before we get started, I would like to share something with you on DXY. If you know DXY, or let me say if you don't know what DXY is, this is dollar index. It measures the strength of the US dollar across all other currency pair. So what I'm seeing on the DXY is showing me that we may see dollar gaining some strength. We know that there have been a lot of back and forth of fundamental events that has come this past week. Some the dollar were weak, but lately we can see that the dollar is gaining strength due to the last unemployment claims results that was published on Thursday. So we can see that the dollar was able to gain some strength. So when I was checking my chart, I'm seeing something, and it's making me to having some concern that we may not have GBP USD, Euro USD rallying upward. We may want to see a change in the market. So if you look at DXY on the weekly chart, we will see that this is a beautiful uptrend market, and we can see how price has been moving between this ascending channel. Whenever we pull up, we come back to the lower channel. We pull up, we'll always find a way coming back to the lower channel. We pull up, now we are back to the lower channel. So from here, I'm expecting that we may see price rallying up back to the upper channel. And if this is going to happen, we may see it means that the dollar is going to gain a whole lot of strength. And if the dollar is going to gain strength, what is the implications on other USD currency pair? It means that for every USD base currency pair, we are going to see rally to the upside. And for every USD quote pairs, we are going to see a rally to the downside. So this is why I'm seeing something different on the major currency pair. And if we pay attention to what has happened before here, I want you to pay attention to price action. This is what we simply call price action. Look at the kind of formation we have at this bottom. We have double bottom, and having that confirmation, we see price rallying to the upside. Next, when price came back to that lower part again, what do we see? Another double bottom. We see price rally to the upside. Now price is back into it. We formed the first leg, and here it's looking like we are having the formation of the second leg. Look at the how the candlestick closes. This is a dragonfly doji, indicating that we have a lot of buying pressure at this region. There are a lot of buying pressure at this region. So we can see price, pinning down. Now we are pushing back upward. So with this, we can expect that price may want to push higher, and believe you me, I'm expecting price to push higher on DXY. So if this is pushing higher, then I'm going to make this to make judgments on the currency pair, the major one. So now let's look at GBP USD. If we look at GBP USD from the monthly chart, the higher time frame, ideally GBP USD is in a downtrend. Everyone can see that. But what we are currently trading is a pullback. It is a pullback. We can see that we are in a downtrend, but what we are trading is a pullback. So initially, I was expecting that this pullback is most likely to go back to this major resistance before we can see another push to the up, to the downside. But currently now we've come into a minor resistance and looking like price is rejecting from that point. You can see this first point and we get to hit the second time and price is currently rejecting. And if we look at the weekly chart, this is looking now like a double top pattern. This is the first top, you pull down, we go back to that point to test that level, and now we are looking like we are coming down. Now believe you me, if GBP USD is able to clear this blue line right here, then we should expect a whole lot of bleed to the downside. So how will I be trading this? For now, GBP USD is yet to give me a good entry point. So for now, I will not be interested in GBP USD. If I want to trade GBP USD, you can see the distance from here to this point is very, very close. So I'm not interested in taking GBP USD. But however, now I'm looking bearish. I'm looking bearish on GBP USD. So that is that. But GBP currently now is not giving me entry criteria. Only if I see price breaks, and this is going to take a whole lot of period. So for now, I will do away with GBP USD. I'll focus more on other pairs that is looking very enticing at the moment. So next one, let's look at Euro USD. We already know that Euro USD and GBP USD, they moved alike. So if you look at Euro USD now, you can see that the case is almost the same thing. Euro USD2 was able to touch to a minor resistance, preventing it from getting to this major resistance, and now we are seeing price dropping down. On Euro USD, I might be interested to take a short opportunity here, because if you see the distance here is still a bit far. So if I switch down to my day chart, so I'm having this trend line. If price is able to break this trend line, this is a counter trend line. If price is able to break and retest, okay, I can also have like this minor resistance like this. Yeah, I can have this minor resistance. So if I should have a break below and then we have a retest, I'll be looking to short Euro USD from here down to this point. First, this is going to be my first level target, and if we're able to clear this level, then trust me, Euro USD is about to go down. So this is what I'll be looking at on Euro USD to go shorts. And next, I'm mostly interested in this per se, which is AUD USD. This is really looking very nice at the moment. I love the technical I'm currently seeing here. If we switch back to the monthly time frame, there is a monthly trend line and even a monthly chart pattern. If you look at these chart patterns on the bigger picture, this is a descending triangle indicating a bearish movement, and the market is already also in a downtrend. So this is most likely to be a continuation of this trend. So, and we have, you can see rejection, first, second, third, and fourth. This is the fourth time we are rejecting from this monthly trend line. I'm expecting the market to go down. If you pay attention to structure wise, this is a low, a lower high, and we start to range in between this region, but price was able to break below. We did a deeper retest, and now I'm expecting price to continue going down. Consider this point as a lower high point. So even if we should bring out our Fibonacci, if I should bring out my Fibonacci like this and I put from the swing high to swing low, we can see that price is currently rejecting from the Fibonacci level. So I'm mostly interested. This is giving me a lot more of technical reason to get on this trade right from the higher time frame. Look at the weekly candlestick. See how we've closed. A strong bearish reversal candlestick. This is a shooting star. Price push up, still thinking that we are already going up. I was initially on a buy trade, but I have to close all my positions based on what I was saying. This is why we need to be flexible as a trader. You don't just want to be rigid and say, oh, you are expecting price to just keep going higher, higher, higher. Once you see that your reasons of entry are becoming invalidated, you just have to switch side. So now switching side, now I have reasons for switching side. So before I pick a sell trade, I want price to, this already breaks my counter trend line. So if I say I want to enter this trade from here, if I'm planning to enter this trade from here, my stop loss, it would be a bit wide and my risk to reward is not that reasonable. I would like if price can just try to push back up a bit and then we have some kind of rejection, I'll be looking to buy from here. If price can push up and then we reject back, I'll be looking to buy from there. And also this is another minor level. This is another minor level we need to pay attention to. So always pay attention to those minor levels. They are very, very important as well. So I'm paying attention to this minor level. If for any reason we fail to pull up and we continue to break lower, I'll wait for a retracement on this minor level and I'll be looking to short AUD USD. So next one I have NZD USD is also looking the same, but this still needs some very clear confirmation. If you look at the monthly charts, AUD USD and NZD USD, they are like replica of each other. You can see this one as well, but the chart patterns we have on monthly AUD USD is more clearer than this of NZD USD. Everything here as well is pointing downward. Trust me, pointing downward. This previous point that was broken, we thought we are going to have retest here. And then we are going to push higher. But the way it's looking now, it's looking like the BSTs want to hold this market. So NZD USD, I'm bearish here now. And this is where my next target on NZD USD is, back to this major support level. So if you are going back to that major support level, if we go on the weekly charts, look at the strong bearish engulfing weekly candlestick we have here. So I still need more clarification on NZD USD. NZD USD weekly chart, if you pay attention to this part of the market, if you trade chart patterns, you're already seeing a chart pattern right here, which is the head and shoulder pattern. It's not forming like the usual way you may want to spot an head and shoulder, but no matter how price try to create this kind of formation, if you already know what to look out for and how a formation of a chart pattern should be, you can tell that this is a head and shoulder pattern. Head and shoulder chart pattern is a signal to sell. You can see is a signal to sell, but we are yet to break the neckline. So I will be waiting, sitting on my hands on NZD USD for price to break below the neckline. Once we break and retest, believe you me, we are going down. We are going down on NZD USD. So this as well is not yet ready yet. So nothing yet on this one. So this NZD USD and GBP USD, or still waiting. But AUD USD, I'm interested. Euro USD, I'm interested as well. Another pair I'm interested in is USD CHF. USD CHF, I love the kind of price action I'm seeing here as well. If we go ahead to the monthly chart, let's start from the monthly time frame. Now, from the monthly time frame, we can see a downward movement. But what is looking like now is that we are about to have a trend reversal. Yes, we are about to have a trend reversal. Since we are seeing that dollar is about to gain some strength, then we expect base currency that are USD to push higher. So if I switch back to previous level, we can see this level. The last time we came to this level was 2011, and now we are back at it here now. We are almost there before, but price fully touched it, and when price touched that level, we rejected instantly. Going down for more clarity on the weekly chart. On the weekly chart, we can see what is happening. You can see this massive candle rejection here. This is telling us that there are a lot of liquidity that has been placed. There are a lot of buy orders that have been placed here, and we see the market rejecting heavily from this level. So here now, this is also looking like a possible double bottom. And if you know that this chart pattern, this is a trend reversal chart pattern, double bottom. This blue bar at the top is the neckline of this chart pattern. Before this chart pattern can be fully confirmed, we need to see price pushing higher this way. This way is going to be more obvious that we have now created the double bottom chart pattern. But as a trader, we can try to capitalize on the early stage of it. So if we are going to have this, I don't want to be trapped around this point. This is the reason why I have this counter trend line. I'm going to be taking a trade once we break out from that counter trend line. So I'm interested in USD CHF. I am expecting price to break out from these points, and I'm targeting this this light blue bar right here. I'm targeting, you can see, paying attention to candlestick. This is the 3 white soldier candlestick. We are seeing that the bulls are already coming in the market. So I'll wait for this counter trend line to break, then before I take my buy position. I'm interested so much on USD CHF as well. And lastly, we have USD JPY. USD JPY. So USD JPY, for a while now, if you can see, this is the daily chart, the market has just been in a nasty range. So day traders, scalper that have been trading, I'm very sure that it's going to really be a struggle to have make some money from USD JPY. Why? Because the market is not really trending. But if we switch things back to the higher time frame, I trade the higher time frame perspective. You can see the lowest time frame I have here is 4 hour, which is mostly used for my entry confirmation. So if you pay attention to the monthly chart, we will see that USD JPY also is in a bullish trend, but we've been able to pause. Price paused a bit because we have something that look like we may want to have a trend reversal to the downside, but that is not looking like it's going to happen yet. You can see this point, this is giving us the kind of vibe of head and shoulder, but head and shoulder can only be confirmed when we break below the neckline, which this is the neckline. Price could not break below the neckline, and we can see that price is rejecting from there. So this is telling us that this point here is most likely to be a solid demand level for price. And we can see previous candlestick, you can see this bullish engulfing candlestick that indicates a strong buying movement. This bearish is a corrective move. So now I'm expecting another strong impulse to the upside. So if you now narrow it down to the weekly chart to see more clarity, look at what we are having on the weekly chart. So this right here, we already have the formation of a double bottom, in fact triple bottom pattern. Price cleared the neckline, this is the neckline, and now we are ranging in between this neckline. Once we are able to break above from this range, USD JPY to the moon. USD JPY to the moon. I'm expecting USD JPY, so I'm interested so much on USD JPY as well. But before I take my trade, I want to see a breakout from this deep blue bar at the top. So once we are able to break above, which I know this may likely happen in the week we are entering, so I want to see price to push up, retest, and then I'm going to expect market to push to the upside. So USD JPY, USD CHF, I'm bullish. Euro USD, AUD USD, GBP USD, I'm bearish. So currently now I'm only interested in these four. Okay, let me just add this for us. Bitcoin, I told you Bitcoin, I want this market to go down before I expect the market to push up. So I'm still not interested in Bitcoin currently now. I still want the market to drop. I still want it to drop, create some kind of flag. And once we have this flag, trust me, this is my target here that I've highlighted with that black line at the top. Bitcoin to 150,000. That is the next point we are going. Once we are able to have this kind of pattern that I've created, next all-time high is 150,000 on Bitcoin. So that is that on chart insight for this week. Let's keep our hands on deck, watch what the market is going to do, and if there is anything that's going to change from my analysis as well, I'm going to make that known in my Telegram community. So if you are interested to join, you can use the link in my bio to join the Telegram community. There's no charges attached. It's just free. We talk, we discuss, we share our chat together, and then try to learn from one another. So that is that for this week, and make sure you subscribe if you haven't done so. Thank you for listening thus far. See you in the next one.